Hey guys, it's Miss Sonatore. Happy Thursday to everyone. Hope we're all having a great day. I'm here in my backyard again. Very excited to actually finish our Junie B. Jones story today. So think back to what we know. We know that in room 9, it is career day, which means you dress up like a job that you might want to be when you grow up. And this whole story has been Junie B. kind of trying to figure out what she is going to dress up as. Now we know she has on nice pants and she has on keys. So think about what you think she is, and we're about to find out. So let's actively listen as we finish Junie B. Jones and her big fat mouth. I'm so excited. All right, chapter 7 is called Jobs and Jobs. When I got off the bus, I zoomed to room 9. That's because I wanted job day to start very quickly. Only first we had to take attendance, and then we had to say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, except I don't know what that story is even talking about. Then finally, Miss clapped her loud hands together again, and guess what? Job day started, that's what. Boys and girls, you all look wonderful in your outfits, Miss said. I can't wait to learn what all of you want to be when you grow up. Who would like to go first? I would, I yelled out. Only then my best friend Lucille raised her hand very polite, and she got to go first. Lucille looked like the most beautifulest I've ever seen her. She was wearing a new dress that her Nana bought for her. It was the color of pink velvet. She also had on shiny pink shoes and socks with bows and lace on them. Lucille's Nana is loaded, I think. Lucille went to the front of the room. She reached into a little bag and pulled out a sparkling crown with jewels on it. Then all of room 9 said, ooh, except not the boys. When I grow up, I'm gonna marry a prince, she said, and then I'll be a princess, and my name will be Princess Lucille. Then she put the sparkling crown on her head, and she looked like a fairy tale guy. Miss smiled. That's a lovely thought, Lucille, she said. I know, said Lucille. My Nana says if you marry a prince, you're set for life. After that, Lucille said her dress costed $85, and her shoes costed $45, and her lacy socks costed $65 plus tax. Then Miss told Lucille just to sit down. Ricardo went next. He was wearing a round yellow hat. It was the kind of hat you can bang on. This is called a hard hat, he told us. You have to wear it when you're building tall buildings, or else somebody might drop a hammer from way up high, and it could hit your head, and it would really hurt. Miss smiled. So you're interested in construction, right, Ricardo? She asked, but Ricardo just kept on talking about other stuff that could fall on your head and hurt you, like a paint can, an electric drill, and a lunchbox. Then Miss said, sit down, to him too. That's when William raised his hand, only he was being very bashful, and he wouldn't go to the front of the room. You don't have to be nervous, William, said Miss. Just tell us what you want to be when you grow up. William covered his face with his hands. Super William, he said very quiet. Then he got out of his seat, and he jumped way high in the air, only his cape got tangled up in his chair, and he crashed into the table. After that, Super William got very sniffling, and Miss said we would get back to him later. Then lots of other kids talked about their jobs, like a boy named Clifton is going to be a rich and famous astronaut, and a girl named Lily is going to be a rich and famous movie star, and she also wants to direct. And a boy named Ham is going to be a rich and famous boss of a big company. And he taught us how to say the words, you're fired. And here's the bestest of all, because a boy named Jamal Hall is going to be rich and famous president of the whole United States. Cool, said Ricardo. Then the other boy said cool too. I did a secret smile. Yeah, only not as cool as my job, I just thought to myself. Then I raised my hand very polite, and Miss called my name. Oh boy, I shouted. Oh boy, because mine is even better than President of the United States. I zoomed speedy quick to the front of the room. Then my excitement wouldn't stay inside of me anymore. A janitor! I'm gonna be a janitor, I hollered out. After that, I jingled my jangly keys, and I waved my paintbrush in the air, and I clapped and clapped. Only too bad for me, because nobody clapped back. And here's something even worse. Room 9 started laughing very much, and it was the mean kind of laughter. She wants to be a janitor, they yelled. And they pointed at my brown pants, and they called me mean names, and I didn't know what to do, because I felt very crumbling inside. So I just kept on standing there, and my eyes got a little bit of wet in them, and my nose started running very much. That's how come I covered my face. "They're not having courtesy for me," I said real soft. Only then, Miss clapped her angry, loud hands together, and she scolded room 9 a real lot. "Junie B is right," she said. "Being a janitor is a very important job. You have to be hardworking and reliable and very, very trustworthy." I peeked through my fingers at her. "Yeah, and don't forget the part where you have to save people from danger," I said. Then that mean Jim laughed right out loud. "Janitors don't save people from danger," he said. I stomped my foot at him. "Yes, they do. They do. Because one time I was eating a dangerous lifesaver and the janitor made me spit it out. And he also brought his flashlight to room 9 and he saved William from the dangerous dental floss." Then I held up my jingling keys. "And see these? Keys are what janitors unlock the bathroom door with, or else we couldn't even go to the toilet." Then I showed him my paintbrush. Janitors paint litter cans too," I said, "and painting is the funnest thing that I love to do." That Jim did a mean smile. "Yeah, well, too bad for you, but you're a girl, and janitors have to be boys. So there." I ran to his table. "No, they do not," I said. "Girls can be anything boys can be, right, miss? Right? Because I saw that on Sesame Street and also on Oprah." Miss did a smile. Then my best friend Grace started to clap. And guess what? All the other girls in room 9 started to clap too. All right, this is the very last chapter. Chapter 8, Gus Valoni. Today, janitor came to room 9 for show and tell, and it was the funnest day ever. That's because he brought his very big toolbox with him, and we played a game called Name the Tools. And guess what? I knew the saw, and the hammer, and the metric socket set with the adjustable ratchet. Then, janitor showed us how to use his stuff, and Charlotte got to shine his giant flashlight, and my best friend Grace got to push his big broom, and Lucky Duck Lucille got to clean the chalkboard with his squishy sponge. Except for then, a little bit of trouble happened, because I wanted the mop, only that Jim wouldn't let go of it, and so I had to pinch his arm. After that, the mop got removed from us. Removed is the school word for snatched right out of our hands. After that, janitor sat in a chair, and room 9 all sat around him. Then he told us about himself and his job. And guess what? He's been a janitor for 14 years, and he was born in a different country from ours, and his name is Gus Valoni. "Hey, I love that name of Gus Valoni," I hollered out, "because Valoni is my favorite kind of sandwich." Then I smiled, very proud. "And guess what else?" I said to room 9. "Me and janitor are bestest friends, and sometimes he calls me the nickname of Sis." Then janitor winked at me, and I winked back, except for both of my eyes kept on shutting, and so I had to hold one of them open with my fingers. "I really like that, Gus Valoni," I whispered to my best friend Lucille. Only then, a girl named Lily heard what I said, and she started singing, "Junie B's got a boyfriend." And that's how I got really embarrassed. Me and my big fat mouth, I said. Then Miss laughed, and janitor laughed too. And everybody else laughed. After that, janitor had to go back to work, and so Miss shook his hand. Room 9 clapped and clapped for him, and janitor smiled, and his jingling keys jangled all the way out the door. That is the end of Junie B. Jones and her big fat mouth. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do, and I hope this book kind of reminded you that you can grow up and be anything you want to be. So the world is yours, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to see what you guys end up being when you get older. I love you guys so much. Let me give you a quick hug before we go, and can't wait to meet you back here for another story. See ya!